everybody. Welcome to World 101 Podcast. I'm your host, the Nesty Chocolate Wonder Ball with Thunder at all. I don't know. Eddie V.
Magic Head and be done. Everyone, this is my sidekick, Magic Head.
Oh, wow. Joining me is the Red Velvet.
Sean Spencer, what up?
Oh, wow. Joining me is the Red Velvet Nordic Beast himself, Mr. Larry Giver.
You just call me the Bread Velvet?
Red Velvet. That's gonna be...
bread is velvety. I'm pretty sure it's because it's gone moldy and fuzzy and you should throw it out, so fuck you.
Well, shoot, people make so many cakes and someone did make some red velvet bread. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, God. Anyways. The fuck have you been playing this week, Eddie?
I finished Shantae and Shantae Half Genie Hero in one sitting. Finished the whole game, truly enjoyed it. My game time said it was 7 hours, and I got like 92%. I was just like, wow. It's a little bit easier than Pirate's Curse, like the last Shantae games. It is not very too Metroid-y in this game, but it's really, really good. I had played the Wii U version, the physical copy, because it came with a soundtrack. The music is fantastic in this game. Like, really fantastic. It's very challenging still. The story is funny, as usual. And the gameplay is really nice, really perfect. So if you own an Xbox One, I think PS4 also on Wii U, it's available to download or buy a physical copy. But it's a really great game. So I am going to do a review for it for World 1-1, so you guys just be ready for that. Next game I poured so much time in is The Last Guardian.
Okay.
Good gracious, this game is truly mind-blowing amazing. Like, it's really, really good. I didn't really have too many problems with directing Trico like some people have. But man, you know, all those slow motion parts that they showed you in the trailer in that E3, they do it the way they do it in the game, because you'll still be able to do that stuff. It's just fantastic. Like, it really pays off. Like, it's just a really good feeling of a game. And I probably poured about 9 hours into that game. So I only got like 2 more, but then I'll be finished with it because I'm close to the end. Fantastic puzzles. I really felt the bond between Trico and the player, your main character. And it's just fantastic. I'm glad that I did buy this game when it came out. You know, so check out a review for that also coming later on. Other than that, Ghost Recon Wildlands. I played the beta, or I'm playing the beta for Xbox One. I'm trying to finish it before by the time this comes out, the beta will be over. But I'm going to try to finish it so I can give impressions. But I do have to say, as a beta, this thing was 22 gigabytes. It took me 4.5 hours to download.
I can't say I'm surprised, because when you think about it, even in the final product, you know, the bulk of the content of a game is really the engine, and the assets are not nearly as much of it. You know, the assets are going to be the smallest portion of that. Just the engine figuring out how to put it all together, display it, and interact with it. So that doesn't shock me entirely. And I would be even less shocked if, when it comes out, that the finished game is not much bigger than that 22 gigs.
Well, it's going to be big. I think it's going to be bigger because in this one, you get like the first part of the game, and then instead of you going to like the next section, they kind of move you a little bit later on in the game. So you go for like 1-star easy to like 5-star like difficult, and it's just like, wait, what the heck? So I did play it with my good friend Deuce from Happy Hour with Johnny Deuce, and Antonio from the Platinum Achievement Podcast. We were playing Friday night, playing that game. Was having the fun thing, and I actually realized something because this is weird. So if you're playing by yourself solo, you get 3 AI members. And if you die during the mission, you have to do the whole mission over. But you'll come back and you'll be at that area. When you do multiplayer and everybody dies in your group, you're almost smooth, like half, or like probably 1/3 away from the mission. So you literally got to get a car and drive all the way back to that place for the mission and do it all over again. And if you die, it keeps resetting. There's no button to do cover. Like if you go to like play Gears of War, I think like you press the A button, you go hide behind something and do cover. This one, you press B to duck, and that's your cover. Like it doesn't do any kind of cover system or anything. You can really see how the Division and Watch Dogs play into this game. Watch Dogs 2, I should say. The game it feels like the Division, but you can't really see your XP, and the guns are fine, but I kind of wish that you could zoom in more with your sniper gun, because you can't really like zoom in, but hopefully that gets fixed. And as for the Watch Dogs 2, when you use the drone, if you use the drone in Watch Dogs 2, it has that same feeling. So it's kind of like you know how to control it and how everything works. Once again, helicopters are horrible in this game. Like come on now, come on. The driving is fine. Is better than what it was in Watch Dogs 2. But man, the helicopters in this game is garbage. It's like they studied GTA to fly, and it's utter trash. Like the only game that I guess, like I still say, that people need to, or developers, if they want to fly a plane, play Saints Row the Third.
I think that's almost one of those things that almost nobody will get right, because you're either going to go hardcore simulator,
mm-hmm.
you're going to go just ridiculous, and that's a hard thing to work into something in a game where you're doing so much.
But the thing about it is, okay, so since I'm playing, like I said, since I'm playing on Xbox,
it's like any sandbox game, you will be jack of all, master of none.
Yeah, but it's less like, okay, it tells you to press the right trigger to like accelerate, like go up, and then you got to press forward to move forward. Well, the thing about it is, when you're moving forward, your plane starts going down, like you're about to nosedive into the thing and crash. And it's just like, I gotta go forward because there's no other direction that's making me go forward. RT is making me go up.
By yourself, that's called momentum. It's what keeps a plane in the air.
Yeah, but then
What teach you about aerodynamics, son?
Oh, good night. I can't with you. I know that's gonna be the next meme coming through. But the crazy thing is that if I'm accelerating to go upwards, to even be in the air with the right trigger, and I have to press up to move forward, why is my plane going down? Like it's about to nosedive, or my helicopter, I should say, it's about to nosedive into a mountain. Like there's no other way. Like that happened with GTA 5. It's just like I got a button to accelerate, but nothing is. I can't go forward with anything. If I try to go forward with pressing the directional button up, you make me nosedive into the ground. So it's just like, why? Like
accelerating is going forward when you're in an aircraft.
Yeah, but not in the game. It makes me go downwards.
If you're pressing,
if I'm trying to go forward, the game tells me to press up to go forward. But when I go forward, the helicopter starts going down like it's about to nosedive.
Yeah, that's how aerodynamics on a helicopter work.
Okay.
In order for the helicopter to go forward, it must angle forward.
But it's going downwards, like it's about to go and crash. Like it literally is going down. It's losing altitude, going down.
Oh God, I may have to play this just to see what you're on about.
Well, it's almost over with because it ends today, or the day time that we're recording, I should say.
Oh well.
You could probably watch it on YouTube. There probably somebody got some capture on it. But yeah, overall, like I use the motorcycle now, and just drive everywhere. None of the AI will help you drive, so you have to do all the driving. But luckily, they'll do all the shooting. So you could drive, and if they see an enemy, they'll put their guns out and automatically start shooting. So that's a good thing.
You know, I hate that shit, honestly. When given the option, I would rather be on the back of the vehicle shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, I don't want to drive. That's not nearly as fun for me. I want to kill shit.
I mean,
I sound entirely uncivilized as I hear this loud, but you know what? Video games, fuck you.
Right. I mean, I'm glad that they did do that because, like Grand Theft Auto 5, you have to drive and shoot. Well, guess what? The shooting is part of the controlling for you to drive. So while you're trying to shoot, you're also messing up the driving section of you in the car. And it's just like, oh great, I could crash into something at any minute because I got to focus on shooting the car. And my camera is going like cocaine high.
Yeah.
So it's just like, whatever. But it's a good game. Or I should say the beta's good. I am looking forward to it. But for right now, I kind of gotta wait for the full game to come out, which is gonna be on March 7th, which is, March is just ridiculous full of games. And that's even with the Nintendo Switch being out. It's just gonna be a cavalcade of games. Like, I think like maybe 6+ games that are like kind of recommended for everybody to get. It's just gonna be straight bunkers, and who even know about the indie games? But like,
there's a few that have been talked about.
Well, yeah, that is true.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. But anything else you've been playing this week?
Pokemon Sun. I started about to start to get into that, and I think I know Dead Rising 4 I was playing last week, but I kind of stopped so I could catch up on The Last Guardian, and Super Mario 3D World I've been playing, getting all the stars and beating the worlds and stuff, but pretty much that's all I've been playing right there.
Right on.
And Inside. I'm sorry. I did the first part of Inside.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
It was on sale last week for $7.99, so I was just like, you know what? Let me snag this game.
You should have bought Rocket League at the same time when that shit was on sale.
Yeah. I'm going to work.
Rocket League.
I'm going to work through Inside because
it won't take you long.
It probably won't take me long, but it might not be exciting that I thought it was. Like
it's not adrenaline pumping,
mm-hmm.
but it's very good. I mean, same way like Limbo was. Limbo had moments of like tense, but it wasn't like this, balls to the wall thing. It's not supposed to be that.
Well, you know what? It's not even the balls to the walls thing. It's just like I was expecting, a lot of great things, and then I started the game, and it's just like, oh, it's just like one of those. I guess my expectations weren't met, but I do want to play more because I know a lot of people have talked about how good.
Finish it, trust me.
Yeah, because it's probably about.
It may not meet your expectations, but depending on what your expectations are, you might have been expecting the wrong thing.
Well, I think my expectation is.
I know that sounds like a cop out, but it's not.
No,
you should know what to expect going into it. I think
my expectation is that it got. I'm not saying hype, but it got so much praise, and I'm not seeing the praise there just yet. And so hopefully when I go through the game that I do see it. But I wouldn't, for me personally, I would be like, this is not Game of the Year material for me.
I could understand that to a degree. It kind of belongs in a category almost all its own.
I mean, it looks beautiful. The trailer is still, like, the trailer sold me on this game. So that's why I couldn't wait to get this game. But it's just, I probably got to put more time in, but it's just like, yeah, I wouldn't give this a perfect 10 and be like, oh, this is the Game of the Year for indie games. Cause I'm just like, to actually tell you the truth, Shantae Half Genie Hero outdoes Inside.
Well, and some of that I think will fall to taste too.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. You know, if your taste falls on the bright, colorful, bubbly versus the bleak, artistic, social commentary, that's something I can definitely understand, because you're looking at two very different sides of the same coin.
Yes.
In that regard.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, I didn't get into the hype, but I was won over by the trailer, and I'm just like, I really do want to play this game. And a lot of people are happy that I got the game. It's just that I'm not seeing that what everybody else got out of it that I'm supposed to get. It's kind of weird to like describe, but it's just like, okay, this is okay, but it's nothing to be like, oh yeah, now I understand why it's the perfect 10, or, you know, probably when I dive more into it, maybe I'll see it or not. I don't know. But yeah,
do yourself a favor and chuck your expectations and just go in not expecting anything, and you will enjoy what you come out with.
Yeah. Oh, and Sony, hurry up and get this this external hard drive update on. I have to, because I have to rush and finish The Last Guardian, and then take it off my system so I can do Horizon. And it's just like, how long is this update? Like, when is this update going to drop so I can order this external hard drive so I can buy these games? Because I want to move everything that's on my PlayStation 1. I want to move it to my external hard drive. I kind of want everything off my system.
It'll come, but I can understand, which, you know, that brings up something else too that I think we'll talk about a little bit later after we get through Games of the Week.
Okay.
Anything else on your Games of the Week plate?
Nope, just waiting for Horizon and Zelda.
Think you're going to make it through Horizon before Friday?
I'm actually going to wait till Friday. And then I'm going to put it, yeah. Cause I'm off that following, and then like the 2 weeks is my vacation. So I'm like pretty much after Breath of the Wild come out, I'm going to be putting so much time into Breath of the Wild, because I now have to wait for Ghost Recon and Nier Automata. Since that's dropping that following Tuesday, I'm getting that when I go on vacation. And then I'm going to get Mass Effect the last week of the month, because I get paid 3 times. And then put $100 to the side so I could get my Persona 5 when that comes out that following week.
You going to come visit on vacation?
Apparently I can't.
Aww.
I have to stay. Because I think my mama's going on vacation, so I got to be the chauffeur.
All right, fine. No German apple pancake for you.
I know.
Which, speaking of, I have managed to turn Eddie into a meme, and it's fantastic. If none of you have seen it, I will make a point of posting a few of those on the forum because they're fucking great. They may have gotten some slightly politically incorrect intonations on a few of them, but somehow it made it all the better. You know, but it is what it is. I've never claimed to be politically correct, and so help me God, if I ever fall into that wheelhouse, I will probably off myself.
No,
but
you won't.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know. That's a scary place for me to be, I think. I like being just outside the realm of, you know, acceptable, polite company. That person that you don't not want to take me to meet your mother, but you might feel a little iffy about it.
Mama, this man, just pray for
You got a
him.
50-50 chance of being able to take me someplace nice in public.
Right. Let's take him to the grocery store or Dairy Queen or somewhere.
Oh, God. So I've actually got to dip into a few games that were in my backlog. But before we get there, I've been playing Rocket League because I bought it last weekend, and Rocket League is so much fucking fun. I was informed that it's not picking up on the mic, but I've got Rocket League running in the background just to listen to the menu music because it makes me happy inside. That being said, God, I love Rocket League. Rocket League is so much fun. At this point, if you haven't played Rocket League, for fuck's sake, just go play it. It's been out long enough. It's a great time. It's a great in, out, and done, game. Run a match for 5 minutes and put it down again. Not that you'll want to, because it has just enough hook to make you go, I got time for one more game. And then you're 20 minutes late to work and going, I got time for one more game. Fuck it. So yeah, Rocket League has been happening. I've also been, like I said, dipping into my backlog. I finally opened up my copy of Lego Dimensions that my wife got me like a month and a half ago, if not longer. Yeah, I know. I opened it up when I first got it, and I built the portal thing, and I really liked building the portal thing because I like playing with Legos.
Uh-huh.
Screw you, I'm a child, I'll own it. Case in point, like on my honeymoon, we went to the Lego store in Indy.
Yes.
Got myself a great big, $160 set of Legos to build over like 3 nights, and it's this beautiful Chinese movie theater thing. It's awesome. It sits on my desk at work. It's great. I have a sit-stand desk, actually, so my desk raises up, and whenever I put it up, my coworker sees the theater coming just over the cubicle wall, rising up like it's coming out of the fucking sea.
Oh, wow.
But in any case, yes, I like Legos. That being said, now that I've opened it and I've started playing some of it, it's fun. It plays like a Lego game with, a mix of the toys to life, but I do like the fact, though, that it does more than just, put a character on the platform to put it in the game. It's more than that in the fact that, it's got like 3 panels on the platform, and it matters where you actually have your characters, and in-game stuff happens where it's like, your character is being disabled by the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz, and all the characters on a red panel are going to be immobilized, and you have to get up and move them off the red panel onto a clear panel so you can use them again. It's nifty. I enjoy it. And the writing is funny as shit. The writing is really good. It is up there, maybe not quite to the fine-tuned level of the Lego movie, but it's pretty close. It does have some connections to the Lego movie, as well as like every other fucking popular movie in the last 40 years, Wizard of Oz included. But it's amusing. I like it. It's made me giggle. Also been playing some more Sunset Overdrive off and on. I can't bring myself to play it for long stretches at a time, but when I'm playing it, I am having a lot of fun doing it. I got through this mission where there was it's an automated, in quotes, recording on this overhead speaker thing telling you to release the pressure valves to drain the waste out of this area. And it starts making fun of the fact that it's a video game trope. Like, you release the valve and then you've got like 3 pressure valves in between to keep everything from exploding. And it's like, what? You didn't think that was it, did you? No. And then there's like 2 more. So when you get to the 3rd one, the overhead voice stops telling you, the same thing over and over. It's not going, release the 3rd pressure valve. It's, it chimes in beautiful sarcasm, says, you're familiar with the rule of 3, right? It starts getting like sarcastic and snarky with you too. I'm like, this is great. I love every bit of this. It's like Gladys with an extra touch of sarcasm.
Oh, goodness, Gladys.
Oh my God, I fucking died. I haven't laughed that hard at a video game in a long time. And it made me happy inside. It really did. Oh, hell, what else have I been playing? I've been playing Super Meat Boy. I don't know why, but I have. It was sitting there on my Xbox forever and a day, and I finally picked it up and started playing it. And it's fun. I like it. It's been out forever. I'm sure most everybody's already played it, but, you know, it's one of those, it will grate your teeth and grind your gears platformers full of precision, and, you know, it's tough as nails, but it's meant to be, but it's not unfair about anything. It just forces you to get better. Yeah. I do love the humor with Dr. Fetus. I love the very simplified, cartoony Dr. Fetus flipping you the bird and waving it in your face. Something about the animation that I just adore. But yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I picked up the BioShock collection. I have not even played it yet because I played all of them, but I picked it up because GameStop had it on sale brand new for $30, and because I don't like Walmart, I made them price match it.
Oh, wow.
Just to be a dick. Like, I literally made a stop at GameStop on my way to Walmart to get the flyer just to take it to Walmart to make them price match it. Because Walmart still has it for $60, even though on their website, Walmart has it for $35.
And they won't price match their own website.
Yeah, it depends on the Walmart that you go to. The one that I went to would.
Ah, I didn't know that.
But, you know, fuck you, Walmart brick and mortar. Charge me extra just because I want to go into your store. What kind of bullshit is this? But anyways, so yeah, there's that. Also played through another run of AM2R. Now that I've got a adapter so that I can use my Wii U Pro controller rather than my goddamn 360 controller, because fuck that D-pad. Fuck it right in the ass. Playing that with my 360 controller physically hurt my hand. I hate that damn D-pad. But playing it with my Wii U Pro controller was much better. Fucking much better. So yeah, which there's some other related things that I was made privy to today, but I won't talk about because I've been sworn to secrecy. But know that I am very, very excited about it, and you all should be too. Sometime in the future, you'll all hear more about that. And most likely that will be a World 1-1 world exclusive.
Yay.
So that's a thing to look forward to probably a year down the line. So yeah. What else happened? I don't think... Yeah, we did talk about that. Never mind. I don't want to retread old ground. Yeah, I think that's what I've been playing.
Any indie?
So,
any new games?
any new indie game?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. I thought about playing Love in a Dangerous Space Time again, and then I looked at it, and I thought about the first time I played it, and then I didn't.
He said, no.
Fuck that shit. Like I said, that game would be a lot more fun if I had, like, 3 other people on the couch with me, but by myself, that shit is fucking tolerable.
I think I looked at it and I'm just like, this looks too much, and I just can't.
I could, like I said, I could see myself enjoying it with other people, but I have no way to find other people that will enjoy it with me. And so that game is just dead in the water for me. So new stuff that's happened this week. Obviously a lot of the news, happening around the impending release of the Switch, Breath of the Wild, and everything else going on around it. It's Zelda's world. We just live in it. That's kind of how it's felt this week. But, there has been news that, one game has fallen off of the launch day roster, and that is Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. It is still supposed to make this month. Just not day one for the Switch, which I'm partially okay with. I kind of really wanted to have it just so that I had something to switch off of Zelda 2, but I'm also picking up Has-Been Heroes Day 1. I just don't know if that's the game that I really want to switch out between. That being said, though, Fast RMX, or Fast Remix, has been pushed up to Day 1 for the Switch, though.
Yeah, for $14.99.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I saw $20.
Nope, $14.99. They announced the price for it.
One of those two. But I'm pretty sure I saw it at 20. Either or, I could justify either of those price tags easily for that.
I have the story from Destructoid right on up, and they announced $14.99.
I'm even happier then, because I paid $15 for Fast Racing Neo, and it was totally worth it. Yep. But Fast RMX is the remix version of Fast Racing Neo, which it's not so much a remix as it is Fast Racing Neo Plus. Because, as I understand it, it's supposed to have all the content that Fast Racing Neo had, plus more tracks and more machines, which I am perfectly okay with.
And I didn't know that this is the third version of the game, because on WiiWare, there's one called Fast Racing League. And I didn't know that. I thought Fast Racing Neo was like the first one.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I was aware of it. The other thing is that Fast Racing Neo, or Fast Racing Remix, is going to be one of the first games to use the HD Rumble feature on the Switch. Shinnon talked about that in an interview this past week a little bit, saying that, when you run into shit, you'll actually feel like where on your machine you're taking, you're getting hit, which is kind of nifty. I could dig it. It also just makes me want a new F-Zero more, because as much as I like Fast Racing Neo, it is not F-Zero. If anything, it's Wipeout, which I like Wipeout. I do. Wipeout has its place. We talked about that last year on the Future Racing episode, but I'm still pumped for this. I am.
Yeah.
I like Fast Racing. I'm glad that Shinnon has a series that is of a higher quality caliber than most of the stuff that they put out in years past. That being said, they have put out some decent stuff, just not higher end stuff. And the Fast game feels a cut above some of that.
Well, it is. Just to let everybody know that Fast Racing Remix is going to be 1080p at 60 frames per second. So,
they've been shockingly great about that. On the Wii U, it looked gorgeous.
Yes.
It ran so smooth, like baby's ass smooth, like melted butter smooth, like a good Scotch smooth.
Yeah. They said even in 4-player split screen, it will still run at 1080p at 60 frames. So, and this is just only dock for what I know of. I don't know if it's going to drop when you take it out the dock, but for right now, it's 1080p at 60. So, it should look beautiful on the screen.
Yeah, I am uber jazzed for this. So that's a thing that's happening. That's been bumped up. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove Edition is going to be making Day 1 for Switch as well, if I remember my news articles for the past week correctly.
Yes,
and for those that are still confused as to what the fuck this means, Yacht Club is going to be breaking Shovel Knight down a little bit. Treasure Trove is going to be the equivalent of all the versions that are out already, where you get the original campaign plus the Plague Knight or the Plague of Shadows campaign, and you'll also get the new Spectre Knight campaign as well. Once Spectre Knight releases, future versions going forward, there's going to be, you'll be able to buy the campaigns individually. So you'll be able to buy just the Shovel Knight campaign, and then buy Plague of Shadows campaign separate, and Spectre Knight campaign separate. So
are they done with the DLC? So are the DLCs done after this last one that comes out?
My understanding is that they're going to keep working on more. I heard an interview some time ago saying that they wanted to do a campaign for every one of the bosses. And I think that what they're doing here, breaking this down, is going to help allow them to do that. Because, a lot of people, Yacht Club has treated its customers so well, and a lot of people have actually said, we feel terrible that we can't pay you more for this, because this is quality content that you deserve to be getting paid for. And I suspect that's part of where this is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And part of this is also now, and I don't want to say an opportunity so much as probably a necessity on their part to monetize some of that so that they can keep doing those campaigns and keep building out the rest of the content that they want to fill out the roster.
But they probably have enough sales to do this. Just free DLC and stuff, because if Shovel Knight wasn't a hit when it came out, I don't think we would have seen future DLC. But I think it was a big sale on Wii U, 3DS, and PC. I don't know how they did on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, but I think people ended up buying it a lot for that system. So it did good sales, and who knows how much the deal was with the Amiibo, the Shovel Knight Amiibo. So,
right, I suspect those did pretty well, because you generally don't see them laying around in a store anywhere anymore.
Yeah, that is true. So, they probably made enough money where they could be like, okay, we can support to bring out more free content.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's a thing. So that's day one. I think, and I have to fact check it, so don't take it as gospel, but I think I saw that I Am Setsuna might actually be making day one as well.
It is.
Excellent. Good. Holy shit, it's going to be a really RPG-heavy launch.
Mm-hmm.
Figure Zelda, Setsuna, Has-Been Heroes. That's at least 2 RPGs that are sizable, and that's not even speaking for Has-Been Heroes, because honestly I have no idea what to expect out of that. But frankly, for $20 it looks interesting enough that I'm picking it up just to dink around with. Worst case, it's not my cup of tea, but I at least enjoy it some, and I'll probably get my $20 out of it.
Right, and just to let people know, they're not doing Virtual Console at the release of Switch, but
yep,
I think
that's another thing.
But you know what? There's so many titles. I think there's still 23 titles coming out on Switch, day one. So I'm you'll have 6 physical now. 6 physical games now, and then you'll have your indie games, and then later on in the month you'll have more. People have actually been winning from ARMS. People have been meh to, yeah, I gotta get this game. Some people, even for 1-2 Switch, have been meh, I'm not gonna get this game, to, yeah, I'm picking this up on day one. People have been having fun, cause Nintendo has been going to different places where people could try that. I still haven't got my hands.
I was going to make it to the Chicago event, and I had other stuff going on last weekend. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to end up in the cards, which I would feel a little bad about it if it weren't for the fact that, at this point it's only a week away now, and I'm going to be at E3 this year, so fuck it.
Yeah, so yeah, and who even knows what they got planned for E3? Besides probably Splatoon, Mario Odyssey, we'll probably get an update about the expansion pass for Zelda, which I'm buying for Wii U, and then when I get my Switch, I'm gonna buy it for the Switch. And who
dip on that?
Huh?
You're really gonna double dip on that?
Mm-hmm, yeah. I already pre-ordered Zelda for Breath of the Wild for Switch.
Jeez.
So, I mean, there's games that I have for PS4 and PS3 and Xbox One that I have double dipped. Like Rise of the Tomb Raider, I double dipped. Tomb Raider, I double dipped. So it's just I might as well double dip for Breath of the Wild. Why not get both games on both systems and just enjoy them? Because I want to play the game with everybody else playing it. I don't want to wait to have to buy the new system just to play it. If I got If it works fine on Wii U and I get the experience that I hopefully it'll give me, that's what I want.
Fair enough. Plus, by the time you get your Switch, you'll probably be able to find a used copy somewhere.
Well, I already pre-ordered it, so I already have my copy. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Buy it new, good man. So yeah, that's a thing. What else has been going on?
Well,
double dip. I think the indie games is probably going to be about the only place where I end up double dipping. Like, I really want Fast Remix to come out with a physical version. I know it's been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't been able to find concrete information if it's coming. But if there is a physical version of that, I will end up double dipping on that.
It probably will come out later on in the year. I think they were probably just getting the game ready for the Switch, and they probably had a good business of just staying digital. Because I think if it would have came out for physical, I think $29.99 would have been the price, which I would have paid for. I would pay $29.99, like $30 for a game like this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say if Fast Racing Neo is any indication, which it is, because Remix is basically Fast Racing Neo plus more content, then yeah, I would happily pay $30 for a physical copy of that. Honestly, it's worth more. It's got the right level of polish that game, in a physical copy, I could justify probably $40 to $50.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like with some indie games, like they'll come up at $14.99 or $19.99 digital download, and then in the store it's a little bit more. And I think we probably had this discussion, but there are some great games like Shantae Half Genie Hero. It comes with a soundtrack, but it's $30. It's worth it though.
The SteamWorld collection.
Yeah.
Collection's fantastic.
Yeah, and just like Fast Racing Remix, like I want to own that game. If I could get a physical copy if it comes out later on down the line, I'm good with it, because I'm like, hopefully it has an art book as an instruction booklet. The cart, I don't have to worry about taking any space, because they said that none of the games, or for what I know of, there's no install. If you play it off on the physical cart, if you have the physical cartridge, so if you pop it in, you put it on. That's another
big deal. Oh my God, that's fantastic! I'm so thrilled about this. You can't even imagine that there is no mandatory install bullshit for physical versions of Switch games. Dear Christ, how great would it be when Skyrim comes out this fall to just be able to put it in and look, I can play. I don't have to wait an hour for shit to install.
And this is the weird thing. What was people upset about? Okay, Zelda's going to be 13 gigabytes to install for a digital download. Okay, that's probably going to take maybe 30 minutes, or not even that, because Nintendo's kind of quick on their systems about that.
Well, that might depend on your own network at home too, but still.
Well, shoot, even with Xbox One and stuff. 40
I think people are more pissed about the size, given the onboard storage size. Right. So,
but there's been some micro SD card sales going out, so people have been snagging stuff.
Oh yeah, those things are selling like fucking hotcakes right now. I'm pretty sure SanDisk owes Nintendo sexual favors.
Oh yeah,
I can almost guarantee you their stock went up 3 points.
Shoot, yeah.
Actually, I'd be really curious to know about that now.
Well, I think because of maybe even with the new 3DS, when they went micro SD, people were just like, "Okay, I need to go get."
Even the 3DS XL had the micro.
Yeah,
it wasn't even just the new 3DSs, but in any case, yeah. So that's going on. God, what else?
Axiom Verge is getting a physical release for PS4.
Oh my God! Yes, thank you for reminding me.
So
I literally just came in my trousers when I fucking saw that the other day.
And this is funny.
Only thing that makes me sad about this is there is actually already a physical version out for the PC that's in a gorgeous steelbook case.
Really?
Yes. Select GameStops actually had it in stock, and I want it. I won't play it on PC. I could. It would be far more tolerable to me now too, especially with the new adapter that I picked up on Amazon. But I want that steelbook case. It's so fucking pretty. I've got a thing for well done steelbook cases.
I'm going to say this right now. That Wii U version is going to be a hard one to find.
Get one right meow.
When it touched down, and it better touch down at my job, I'm buying it. Because it literally, I think the PS4 version people won't care about. That Wii U version, yeah, people gonna try to be getting that one.
Yeah, but in any case, I will get that Wii U version happily in a heartbeat. Yeah. But yeah, Axiom Verge is phenomenal. Support the fuck out of it. Get the physical release. Even if you've already bought it, I've already bought it. I will be buying it again.
Yeah.
And depending on how much self-control I can exert, I may or may not be buying it a third time just to get the steelbook case.
Well, I know I own the original version on PS4, and I don't own it on Wii U. But with this physical copy, I'm like, yeah, let me get the physical copy for Wii U.
There is some benefit to having it on the Wii U over the other versions. Actually, just in the map on the screen and the inventory management makes it a little more, not that it was unmanageable, but it makes it a little smoother.
Yeah, and there will be the standard version on PS4. I think Vita and Wii U are getting like a bonus version.
The multiverse edition.
Yeah, which is cool that because you get the soundtrack, and I think you might get some other stuff with it. That's why I'm just like, that Wii U version is going to be hard to find.
I will be getting my hands on one. You all should too. Which actually, by the way, makes it the last Wii U game to release rather than Breath of the Wild. So, ha!
Well,
good job, Tom Happ. I'm proud of you.
It's weird because the announcement came out of like nowhere, but I'm shocked that he didn't do Xbox One.
I kind of am too. I don't know if maybe there's some publishing issues with that. I have no idea. I know Microsoft is funny about some of the stuff that comes out as far as Live Arcade. Not that it's really branded Live Arcade anymore, but I think I have that concept stuck in my head and it forever will be. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I'll have it on Wii U. Thank you.
Yeah. I kind of wonder what he's going to charge for it, but that game I would pay $30 or $40. Or even like $34.99, I would pay for it.
I'll go higher if he puts the steelbook case in there for the Wii U version. Thank you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Tom. Come on, make it happen.
Well, everybody, if you do look on Destructoid, you can find the story. The Wii U box looks kind of big, so maybe it may be. Just maybe.
I don't know, how sweet would it be if there was a fucking awesome Axiom Verge amiibo in that box. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Tom. I'll pay extra.
Well, just to let you know, this multiverse edition comes with the game, a deluxe booklet with developer commentary and art, a double-sided poster, and a making-of documentary on DVD. The special editions will be available on PlayStation 4, Vita, and Wii U, and other formats yet to be confirmed. So you might get one on PC, and you might get one on Xbox One. But probably the sales of those three will probably help make the other versions come out later.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of him. And it was funny because our very own Adrian Nieto, he mentioned something like that, and I thought he was joking. And then the next thing you know, that he announced it, and I was just like, "Wait, didn't we just talk about this?"
Right. So yeah, that's an awesome thing happening.
Yeah, so like Larry said, when it comes out, do support it. You guys got to pick up Axiom Verge. Even if you already own one for your system digitally, this physical version, it just has a lot of content to it. If you charge $49.99 for $50, I'll still buy it.
I can absolutely get behind that. Other than that, other things happening this week. Lots of people bitching about Zelda spoilers. Oh my god, I'm so ready for this shit to come to an end.
Well, everybody, people. I don't know what spoilers are being said. Only thing I know is Jose Otero have gave impressions of what he did, and he didn't mention nothing spoiler. Anything spoiler. I don't know if there's any sites that have talked about the story or anything, because no reviews for it have came out besides Eurogamers. Like, someone leaked it, I should say, and they gave it a 10 out of 10. But other than that, like, the reviews and stuff haven't dropped for the game, so I don't know any spoilers for it.
Some people were bitching about the Japanese trailer that just released, that it had some content that wasn't in any previous trailers, and now they're all going, spoilers! But, if that's your thing, that's fine. If you want to go full on media blackout, that's your prerogative. Mm-hmm. I'm not knocking it. I can certainly understand it. It's just, I don't know. I suspect there's so much in there that learning one or two things between now and Friday is not going to be that big of a fucking deal.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody looking toward the story for this game, or are people just looking forward to...
Me? That is the one part of this that I have genuinely been clamoring for. I want to know what the fuck the story is. Because there's been almost nothing about the story, the setting, what's happened, what's driving it, what... I want to know the story. That is the part of Breath of the Wild that truly has piqued my interest. Mm-hmm. I know just enough, which at this point is almost nothing, to make me go, I'm interested. More. Give me more.
I'm interested in just the animation and the characters. And what's going to get me is, okay, I need to go visit the temples. And I need to do it and get all that I can, like repeatedly build myself and improve myself is what I want to do. And I feel like everything, all these side quests and all this freedom that I'm given, is going to allow me to do that.
Right on.
And then of course the story is always going to be important, because I'm going to be like, oh wow, oh like the cutscenes are done good for this game, and the voice acting is like well received, and I'm not worried about the voice acting or anything like that, then I'm good to go. Like, I still want to know what is that. I guess it was like a purple cloud or something on. I guess it was covering up a castle or something. It's in the trailer. Or something.
Yeah, that's the Calamity Ganon.
Okay, that every time I look at that, I'm just like, this animation and movement is breathtaking. Like, just everything about it is like, oh, I want to know what is going on, but I just want to sit back and watch it and just look at it.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of it going on Twitch that you can do that.
Yeah, I'm actually going to probably try to stay away from Twitch. Like, if people be like, I'm doing this game on Twitch, I'm like, no, I'd rather just listen to a podcast or something, or not even listen to a podcast, focus on the game that I'm playing, like my own game, and get the experience that I need. Because I want to solve puzzles, and I want to cook and find out what recipes that I could come with that the game would let me do. I kind of want to do all of that stuff on my own.
Right. Understandable. So, I don't know. Any other news you want to hit?
The DICE Awards have came out, and Overwatch won big in that. Okay, so Game of the Year went to Overwatch. Outstanding achievement in game direction went to Inside. Outstanding achievement in game design went to Overwatch. Immersive reality technical achievement went to Eagle Flight. I don't know who even bought Eagle Flight, and that's the PSVR game by Ubisoft.
It's not who bought it.
I don't know. Where there's some games that's on here that I'm just like, who brought this? But
it's the same principle as the Oscars. It doesn't matter if ticket sales were great. That's not what they're going off of.
Well, we'll see. Immersive reality game of the year, Super Hot VR.
Fuck yes. That game so deserves to be played in VR, let me tell you.
Mobile game of the year, Pokemon Go. Handheld game of the year, Pokemon Sun and Moon. DICE Sprite Award is Inside. Outstanding achievement in online gameplay, Overwatch. Strategy simulation game of the year, Sid Meier's Civilization 6, which I can understand. The Civilization games have been really good.
You're missing the Z in your pronunciation of that, and it makes me giggle.
Civilization.
There you go.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Don't apologize. It's adorable. It's part of why I love you.
Oh, thank you. Sports.
Having you on is like having the Rugrats on, because things are being mispronounced just enough that it's cute.
Well,
I'm going to call you Pickles.
Oh, no. Definitely no. Sports game of the year is Steep. Role-playing massive multiplayer game of the year, Dark Souls 3. Racing game of the year, Forza Horizon 3. I can understand that one. Fighting game of the year, Street Fighter 5. Don't know how. Family game of the year, Ratchet and Clank. Once again, don't know how.
What's wrong with Ratchet and Clank?
It's not a family game.
Yeah, it is to a degree.
How? Like last year they gave it
like
to...
games are kind of like they're kind of like SpongeBob or Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. They're intentionally directed at kids or younger audience, but they've got enough inappropriate humor snuck in there that like when mom and dad are stuck watching it, that they'll giggle at it because there's something funny in there that, you know, Junior didn't get, but it's funny to Dad because he knows better.
Well, I would have
I appreciate shit like that. I really do.
It's funny. I would have given it to Pokemon Go or Pokemon Sun and Moon. Because I think a lot of families played that. Definitely with Pokemon Go, the way that people were just everywhere walking outside, like it got families together and friends together to do that.
I don't know. I can understand the Ratchet and Clank thing, though.
And probably because of the movie, too.
Which the movie was not atrocious, actually, and it's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Adventure Game of the Year. I don't know why, but Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Action Game of the Year is Overwatch. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Somehow my screen went to Skype. I'm like, no. Outstanding technical achievement, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Outstanding achievement in story, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I would have gave that probably to Titanfall 2 for story.
You know, it just occurs to me that the title for Uncharted 4 means that this game is really just about Drake's ass.
Yeah.
Like, this is a whole game focused on the man's ass.
And terrible storytelling with 15,000 flashbacks. I don't know. Outstanding achievement in sound design, Battlefield 1. Outstanding achievement in original music composition, Doom. The music in that game is terrible. Outstanding achievement in character, The Last Guardian, Trico. Yes, that is true. I would give it to that. Outstanding achievement in art direction, Inside.
I liked the art direction in Inside. I've got a thing for that kind of, you know, creepy, stark, slightly unsettling thing, but it's just me, maybe. So, again, I understand if it's not your cup of tea. I get it. It's not going to be everyone's.
I would have given it to Tokyo Mirage Session for art. Sharp FE.
Yeah. Again, I think it comes down to a difference in taste.
Yeah.
Which is not wrong by any means. It's just a difference of opinion. See, I can be reasonable and progressive.
And outstanding achievement in animation, Uncharted 4 at Thief's End. Whatever. But yeah, those are the DICE Awards. It's predictable, of course. Overwatch was going to get something. I guess.
I know who's going to win next year, but we'll just have to roll the dice and see.
Hopefully it's Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you know that game is going to walk away with so many fucking awards.
You know, and
it's not necessarily undeserved, which at this point I cannot say, but I have a suspicion that it will be merited. It's just going to walk away with so many of them that by the end of the year, people are going to be like, really? That's just overkill.
Because I'm going to tell you this. If they don't give it to Breath of the Wild, so for some unknown reason, Horizon is going to get it. And I'm just like, been there, done that, but I guess okay. Like, I mean, I'm not knocking Horizon or anything, but I know that with DICE, I don't think a lot of Nintendo games are going to get any props, like they should. Because I would say if they when they do the DICE Awards for next year, for this year, it's going to have to be between Resident Evil 7, it's going to have to be Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn. I really hope Nier Automata gets art direction, because that game looks gorgeous, and seeing it in motion, it's just everybody's just like, this is insane. But it's a platinum game, and they were just like, this is the game that gets them back on the track. Like, you'll probably say, if you jump from Bayonetta 2 to Transformers to Nier Automata, you can see a good track record of them. And then hopefully...
I don't know that I would ever associate the term good track record with the Michael Bay Transformers movie.
Oh, that is now we might be professionals of being a train wreck, but that is a train wreck on a whole different level. 2 and 3
were fucking god awful. But I will say this: I actually enjoyed the first one. I did. I had some small issues with it, namely the fact that it was way too much to do with anybody on the human side of anything. But that being said, the actual portrayal of the Transformers characters, in particular my fucking hero Megatron, was spot on. Especially that scene towards the end, and I'm not even going to say spoilers because fuck you, that movie's a decade old now. But that scene towards the end where one of the stupid little Autobots like, you want a piece of me? And Megatron just picks him and was like, I want to, and rips his ass in half. That shit was spot on. I'm like, yes, you did not make the villain a fucking idiot.
Yes.
That, and I actually quite enjoyed Transformers 4. Not so much for the Decepticons, because they did some god-awful shit with that. But I was actually excited about the portrayal of the Autobots in that one, just because they put a much darker hinge on it. To hear Optimus go, I'll kill him. I was like, what?
And you know what? And I would say this, 4 wasn't bad that people thought it was. Yeah, it's a long movie, but I'm just like, this is stupid fun. And it looks good.
4 was surprising. Like, honestly, I had low fucking expectations going into 4.
Mm-hmm.
Really the only thing I was excited about with Extinction was the Dinobots, which frankly that was one of my 2 big letdowns in that movie, was that A, their role was so small, and B, they had no fucking personality. That's part of the best part of the Dinobots, is their personality. But no, 4 was a big surprise to me. I walked away from that going, I actually was impressed. Like, the writing was good. Like I said, they took another villain that I quite loved, Megatron, turned him into Galvatron, and then made him an untalking, devoid of any personality, like he was literally a remote-controlled robot, and that saddened me immensely. Never mind their actual physical portrayal of him was fucking stupid. But no, that was actually a shockingly good for a Michael Bay movie, which it's been said before, but it bears repeating. Michael Bay either makes the dumbest smart movies or the smartest dumb movies.
Well, he still makes money off of them, so I can't knock
that
his hustle.
That he does. But yeah.
And may I say this? I know I might get a lot of comments for this one, and I'm fine with it. I would rather have Michael Bay do a video game movie, and it could be terrible or whatever, than Uwe Boll ever coming back to doing movies. Like, if Michael Bay wants to do a video game movie, I'll go watch it.
If Michael Bay was to do a video game movie, he should do the movie adaptation of Split Second. That game was fucking made for him.
I know a lot of people have been talking about that game.
I'm telling you, that game was awesome, and for whatever reason, it's strangely difficult to find in stores, like even the used secondhand stores. Mm-hmm. But for God's sake, seek it out, buy it, play it. It's actually really good. It's a ton of fun. It's not exactly intelligent fun, but it's fun. It literally is Michael Bay the racing game. Everything blows up, and it's well presented, and it's got a decent variety of challenge. So it's not just, here, have another race. Here, have another race. No, I mean, they've got some neat stuff in there. Like, they sparse it in with stuff like, here, flee from the Apache helicopter that's, like, fucking shooting missiles at you.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, Split Second was a Michael Bay movie, pretty much.
Like, I could see Michael Bay making a decent movie out of that. That could be cool.
Yeah, I'll go see that.
I'd watch it.
What about...
I'd pay for a movie ticket and a bucket of popcorn for that shit. Turn my brain off for 2 hours and watch shit blow up and people drive really fast.
What about Blur?
Between the two, I like Split Second better. I like the format. I like the presentation. Split Second is a little more arcadey, I think, than Blur for me. And when it comes to racing games, I know I fall in the minority here, but I like the arcadey racers. I'm not one for the super deep, customization simulator experience when it comes to racing games. I want to pick a car, pick a track, and go fast. And if shit blows up in the meantime, all the better.
What about Burnout Takedown? I would love...
Burnout's fucking fun. I think that Split Second actually has a format that would lend itself to a movie adaptation.
Yeah.
Because it's presented as like a show. And I could see that working in an interesting way in terms of a movie. Or honestly, I could, given the way that game is designed and the way that they tell their quote-unquote story, I could see that working as a TV show. Like, that could be a really neat Netflix experiment.
Ooh, I could see that. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Like, I would totally get behind that shit.
Like 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I would absolutely be down for that. So, but anyways, anything else we missed?
I think that's pretty much it. I know that the Switch is coming out Friday. Depending on, for some people, their GameStop is doing a midnight release, so you have to check your area. Other than that, just like...
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Just like, Friday, it'll be released on whenever the store opens. And everybody will be able to get their hand on the system and with the games that they want.
This is your last call, by the way. It has been made known that GameStop, as well as some other stores, a Target flyer leak saying that there will be some small quantities available for purchase for those that walk in. But obviously, if you want one, you better get your ass there early.
Yeah, I'll be there like early in the morning. So, like I said, I'm not buying one until the summer. So I'll see how everything goes. I think I'll probably be there for one hour extra. But I'll see how that goes. Because, people going to be wanting pro controllers, people going to be wanting games, other accessories, and for some people, this $300 system that people are getting, for a lot of people, it jumped to almost $700.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I know I'm going to need to pick up an extra Pro controller. I've got one reserved and paid off. I don't know that I'm going to get a second set of Joy-Cons. I don't see a need for it at this junction.
Yeah.
But I do suspect that I will be playing a lot of Breath of the Wild with the Pro controller rather than the Joy-Cons, just depending on how it feels in my hand versus the Joy-Cons and the charge grip. But either way, I know I've got one Pro controller that I'm picking up because I know I'm going to end up needing enough for 4 people to play when Mario Kart comes out in April. So I'll probably end up picking up a second Pro controller at that junction rather than another set of Joy-Cons. It's technically the more expensive way to get a 4th controller, but I'm not going to feel bad about that. I think having the one set of Joy-Cons and 2 Pro controllers will be sufficient for pretty much any setup that I need.
Yeah, I think this launch for the Switch is going to be huge. If done right, I think it'll probably be one of Nintendo's best, or not best, but I'm like, it'll be a good thing for Nintendo. And
I don't think it's going to quite crack the Wii level of fervor.
Yeah.
But I think it will get up there.
And I will say this, I think even with this small selection of games, I think this launch is going to probably be better than PS4 and Xbox One combined.
Yeah, they've got a solid day one, they've got a solid month one, and they've got a solid year one, and that's just what we know of already. Don't forget that between now and then, there's E3 and whatever Nintendo Directs they throw out in the meantime, which, by the way, this is going up on the 27th, which means that you guys should be watching Tuesday for the Nindies Direct that's going to be happening as well.
Yeah. I'll be watching that. I don't know what time it starts though.
Check Nintendo's website and it'll be there.
Okay.
If I'm feeling frisky, I will post something on our Facebook page.
All right.
Which, as we wrap, let's get into to World 1-1 news. We are finally on iTunes. We've talked about that a little bit. A couple things went up on the Facebook page that merit some discussion. First and foremost, the reviews guide is now up. So if you go back into old episodes from almost a year ago now, because next month we're going to be a year old, motherfucker.
Yay.
Talked about reviews and changing some things as to how reviews are done in the industry. We here at World 1-1 will be instituting that as we start putting out some reviews. So the reviews guide for anyone who has not caught that is pinned to the top of our Facebook page, so you can check that out and get a better understanding of how it works and why it's being done the way it is. Because we want to do we want to provide a better service to you, the listener, the reader. Excuse me. So that's up there. I won't go real deep in that because you can read that and you should read that. That being said, also this week I finally got back into some writing and published our first World 1-1 editorial piece. That's up there talking about the rise of the YouTuber. Kind of catapulted off the whole PewDiePie bullshit that happened in the last week or so, which I'm sure I'm going to piss some people off, but I don't like PewDiePie. He irritates the shit out of me.
A lot of people feel that way. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry. Well, in any case, some things that he said in his response or defending himself video, I don't think necessarily apply to him specifically, but some YouTubers in general, I do think it applies to. I just don't quite think he's smart enough to understand why. But it got me thinking, and I put together a sizable piece on that. Not for the sake of tooting my own horn, but I do think it's worth a read. So check that out. That's up on our Facebook page as well. Which, more of that's going to be coming, as the gears start flowing. Writing is one of those things that it takes me some time to get into, but once I start doing, it becomes easier and easier, and you'll see more and more of that content coming your way until eventually we finally get a website up, and then that shit will all start coming on the website. So, but that's down the line. Things to look forward to still. Other than that, I'm going to try and get our asses on the Google Play Store as well for those that are in the Android marketplace. So if that's how you choose to get your podcast, we'll try and make that available for you as well. I got to do a little homework on how to get that up there, but
it's very easy. I can show you.
I suspect as much. So I got to get on top of it and make that happen. Hopefully by week's end this week. But other than that, yeah. Eddie, pimp your shit.
Well, you guys can find World 101 Podcast at shoutsengine.com and on iTunes. That comes out every Monday. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on the Anomalous Radio Network.podbean.com, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and other podcast apps. I am doing a feature this week for Optional Opinion, so do check it out on IGN.com under Anime ENIME. I'll post the links on the World 101 Podcast forums. This is what happens when I speak too fast. I have the series called The Moment on SkirmishFrogs.com, so I have 2 of them coming because I didn't forgot to write one and post it last week. So I'm gonna have 2 this week coming soon. Our very own Larry Giver is on Optional Opinion this week, so do check out that episode Wednesday. It is dropping. Me and him discuss about Xbox Live Arcade. So once again,
reason Eddie wanted our insanity and bullshit to bleed over into his own personal show. I can't understand why.
Because I guess you need some kind of organized professionalism sometimes. Change. You guys
I'm pretty sure I just made your show worse. I don't think you made me any better.
Oh, I know I didn't make you no better. I can already tell you that. But you can find World 101 Podcast at World1_1 Podcast on Twitter. Our Facebook page, World 101 Podcast Forum, or World 101 Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You can find more of my information on IGN.com under anime, or just look around on Facebook for me, or my PSN, Xbox Live, and Wii U. I'll have that posted up in case anybody needs to know that. Our very own Adrian Nieto, you can find him at The Frozen Machine also. At The Frozen Machine, I believe that's his Twitter page also. But that, everybody, with that, we will see you next week. Hopefully we will have Larry give us more impressions about the Nintendo Switch. So we'll be talking about games, the system itself, how it feels and everything. And we'll go from there. We do have another guest coming soon. We'll let you guys know more about that. Do we
several with any luck?
Do we have a contest still going on, or did we,
Oh, fuck me. We need winners for this shit. For last week's. Give me half a minute here. We'll find some fucking winners.
Well, you know what? Let's give them another week, and we'll present them next week with some winners, for our contest. Because we want to get it out there, make sure people have enough time, to get it out there. So. All
right. So, reminder for anybody that, wasn't here last week, which, where the fuck were you? But, We've got a giveaway going from the fine folks at Presto Studios, whose game Pegasus Prime is now up on Steam. Go get on top of that shit. But they were quite generous to give us for third place for the giveaway. We have a copy of the Pegasus Prime soundtrack. Second place is picking up a copy of the soundtrack and Journeyman Project Pegasus Prime on DVD release, and a grand prize winner is picking up a copy of the Pegasus Prime soundtrack, as well as Journeyman Project Pegasus Prime DVD release game, signed by the fine folks at Presto Studios. In order to get in on that, go back to the Facebook post for last week's show and like the fucking post. That's all you got to do. Click the little fucking button. That's it. And you can win some cool shit.
Yes. So everybody, do that, and you might be the one, maybe come out as the winner. And with that,
there you go. My lack of preparedness has bought you another week to get in on this.
We all have been busy doing stuff. But with that, everybody, we will see you next week. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you can email the show at world101podcast@gmail.com. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you guys have questions about it, go to our Facebook page, our forum, post some questions so we could, talk about them on the show. Because we are probably going to go in Switch heavy for next episode. So with that, everybody, we will talk to you later, and we are out. Bye.
Deuces.